The embers of war burn. After all these years, it has finally reached your doorstep.
Mirthwood is an immersive medieval fantasy game which will be released on 11th of September this year. So at start on demo, player chooses his character and can to escape from some kind of attack on his village. I will be honest, for me on this part was no hook. I was not much interested in this, but later he reaches his destination, a home where he will live, and this is part where it got interesting for me. Basically, you can gather various resources to build some things, but from start I hadn't figured out that yet, so I went around exploring nearby town. It was interesting that I could interact with NPCs, I could make various conversations with them, and that would affect our relationships. So I wanted to explore that. On first day I tried to build a good relationship with one lady, but I was not sure if I'm doing it right, as later I understood every NPC have different character. One will like jokes, other won't. There were some NPCs who were rude to others, and so on. It was also interesting to monitor them at some moments to see what they are doing. So the night were coming and I had to go home to take sleep. And I was determined to return next day to explore the town and maybe to find the lady which will fit my character. So the next day I met one lady called Bridget, and I tried to hit a chat with her. So I was pressing on that romance conversation types, and it was going pretty well. I was able to unlock option to hug her, and eventually I got even the kiss option. So it was great, right? I thought, oh my god, I found true love in this game. But you know what comes fast goes fast. The proverb I didn't take in account at that moment. Eventually I did some stuff here, as here was market. I could fill some orders and receive money for them, sell some goods, and etc. Eventually evening came, so I went to sleep and returned next day, and for my shock I saw my love, the Bridget, was hitting a nasty chat with other guy and eventually kissing. And I could do nothing about it. It was a total catastrophe for me. So I started building some stuff at my property. The wrong thing I did was I spent resources at restoring my house first, but I should invest to tools and buildings, which is useful in some way, so this is a suggestion to anyone who watches this video. There were various buildings to build, with which can process various resources to higher tier ones, like iron ore to iron bar, or raw fish to cooked one, etc. There also is option to buy large buildings like windmill, but it costs a fortune. Then also can buy livestock, but it was not cheaper than buildings. The ball cost more than windmill. Crazy! Cheapest one was chicken, but it also cost a lot of cash, and it really feels like you had to invest quite an effort to get one. Unfortunately, demo was limited to 90-minute time limit, so I could not explore more. So my overall thoughts, I really liked it. It was fun to explore and try to upgrade your own property. This creative thing really hooked me on the game. Also, with relationships you can unlock access to some places, as you had to become a friend with some NPC, so it can be fun to try to get access to some buildings and then explore what's inside, etc. So I would want to try the full game, and I'm suggesting to you the same.